high school. One summer, I sat down and I read The Tao of Pooh, which was like Taoism reflected on by looking at the book, the characters of Winnie the Pooh, and this one was basically the Tao of Winnie the Pooh. So I had read, I've always been sort of a spiritually minded person, always kind of interested in what lies beyond.
Flipping through the pages of my old journals, with every turn another memory.
Hello, and welcome to Journaling Through the Years, episode 88. I am Leah Liz, and this is a series on this channel wherein I read from my journals that I've been able to write in since I was old enough to hold a pen or a pencil. We said that when I was younger, they didn't trust me with pens, so they gave me pencils. No, they just, I don't know. Let's see. Do you like my sweatshirt? I just got this a couple weeks ago at like a consignment shop because I was like, nice. Just so cool. Anyways, maybe today, Satan. I think this is a Christmas present last year from my partner. Let's see. Merch, if you want it, check it out on the bonfire links. They are down below in the about section or description below. There is the Patreon. Check that out. Give us a support. We do lots of cool things that are coming up. Check out the website, www.cafegirlproductionsinc.com, for interesting information about the workshops, the coaching services, the events, and you can subscribe to the monthly newsletter if you so desire. Okay, so we're reading through this one, and I found we're going through the little like inserts, and it was going too long. And I wrote a bunch of stuff, and it was taking so long that I decided to come back. So we're going to read some of these four stuff. So there's 4 different pages, and I think they're all separate things. Starts out, today I shall judge nothing that occurs. That's at the very top page, and then I write something else. So I think that's interesting. I don't know if that's like the title of the story. I don't think so. I think that I was just telling myself to not judge anything. How very like, when I was in high school, sometime, I think it was earlier high school, one summer, I sat down and I read The Tao of Pooh, which was like Taoism reflected on by looking at the book, the characters of Winnie the Pooh, and this one was basically the Tao of Winnie the Pooh. So I had read, I've always been sort of a spiritually minded person, always kind of interested in what lies beyond, whether like in high school that was a lot more astrology and like Wiccan, Druid, that kind of thing, but I also was reading like Tao Buddhism a little bit, and so I might have been influenced by that. Today I shall judge nothing that occurs. I don't know when I wrote this. There's no date, so I might have written it before junior year. I might have just and stuck it in here. I don't know. Let's just see. Maybe we can find out. Listen. His hot breath beat against my neck. His lips barely touching my ear. With all he did, he captivated me. I was under his spell and would do all he asked of me. Listen closely to the darkest secrets that are now revealed to you. I find this interesting. I know that this is probably a story, but it makes me think about my interest in sort of the bad boy, the boy that can kind of encapsulate it and captivate me, being a person with a love and relationship addiction. I feel like I'm writing, this guy is like seducing me with his hand on my, his lips against my ear and trying to distract me and trying to kind of pull me down into some distractive paths, or at least this woman, whoever this is, or whatever. I don't know if it's necessarily based on me. I mean, everything is probably based on me, but, and it's a character that I'm writing, I believe. This isn't a real story that happened. It's probably based on things in my head and real life occurrences that I wove into a story. My breasts rose and fell, and I held my breath. I listened. In the far-off distance, a woman wept, perhaps at the sight of a brutal killing of her son at war. She saw that happen? She saw. Like, was it on a video? Was she at war? Like, what is that? I don't know. The crickets chirped sorrowfully, and slowly going over each note, each long and slow, as if making this night different from those past. I didn't like crickets growing up, and there was a lot, because I lived by a lake, and they were so noisy, I couldn't sleep. Like, that sound, I was like, head over pillow, you know, like that, like, shut up. Okay. Okay. This is weird. Children's laughter ceased. Their tears began at the sight of their mothers murdered, or their puppies butchered, or themselves sickened with uncurable disease. What is this? This is the worst thing ever. This is like trigger warning. The children's laughter because their mothers are murdered and the puppies are butchered and they're sick. I mean, bad things happen in the world, boys and girls. Yeah. I heard people fighting one another in battles, small and large. This man that could whisper in me was like, hey, you'll hear a lot of things, so just listen and everything. Yeah. This is like God. I heard people fighting one another in battles, small and large. Little battles and big ones. Men and women alike complaining and moaning about life. Ah, that sounds familiar. Humanity, always the same. What had happened to peace, love, and happiness? It never existed. Just kidding. Have people gone truly insane with hate? I think I've always been, if there was such a thing as past life, I might have lived during the 60s because I had this idealistic sense of what it means to go after peace. And to be a hippie doesn't necessarily mean that you have to wear those certain clothes. Those clothes were counterculture then to what was being, and that was the whole point of them. So people that wear those clothes now and say, I'm a hippie, no, it's within that makes you a hippie. So anyways, my male companion, here we go with that kind of phrase again. My male companion hears my thoughts, but cannot answer directly with words. This idea of male companion or male creature that it likes to like specify, other than like the guy I was with, or like try to be more poetic. I don't think I understood the idea of a escort. That's kind of the feel we'll get from it. I didn't think of that. I didn't really know that. Look! He muttered softly. Now he's telling me to look. My gaze, G-A-Z-E, followed his outstretched arm to a dark corner. Don't let your mind play tricks with you. See what you see clearly with an open mind. And that's it. And I don't know where else it's going from there. Maybe you can comment down below and say what is in that corner that this person saw with an open mind. Go do that. That's all I'm going to do today. And next week, we'll read more of those and see what happens. But as always, you matter. Your life matters. You are loved. And you are worthy of love. And always remember to love your thrive and find your sunshine.